Welcome back to the Deep Dive. I'm Lex.
And I'm Vera. It's great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really glad to have our C9 community tuning in again, especially thinking about our Australian business owners and C-level executives listening today.
Definitely. And today, Lex, we're aiming to cut through some of the hype around AI, really.
That's right.
Our topic is mastering AI agent ROI for Australian SMEs.
Yeah, because for a lot of businesses, AI can still seem, I don't know, a bit abstract or maybe expensive. Lots of tech jargon flying around.
Exactly. So our mission today is simple. Give you a practical, sort of no-nonsense way to look at it.
We want to show you how to actually calculate the tangible return on investment, the ROI, of these custom AI agents.
It's really about giving you the tools, to figure out if AI is a genuinely profitable strategic move for your business, not just, well, the latest tech trend.
Mm-hmm. Empowering you to make those informed decisions that actually hit the bottom line.
That's the goal.
And just quickly, before we properly dive in, remember, C9 is Australia's leading custom software, apps, integration, and database developer company. You can always find more info at www.c9.com.au.
Right.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain on this. What if? What if you could clone your absolute best employee?
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. One who never gets bogged down, follows up instantly, remembers everything.
Never needs a coffee break.
Exactly. Well, that's kind of the idea behind autonomous AI agents. They're like the digital version of that perfect team member.
And what's really fascinating here, I think, is that these aren't just tools off the shelf. They're essentially custom-built digital employees designed specifically to slot right into your unique business needs.
Right. And we need to be clear, we're not just talking about those generic chatbots you see everywhere.
Oh, definitely not. Those are usually pretty basic, right? Following simple scripts, maybe answering FAQs, limited value, really.
Yeah, these autonomous AI agents are way beyond that. They're custom-built, intelligent, you could call them digital workers, designed to handle specific high-value business tasks all on their own, autonomously. Learning, adapting, making decisions without someone constantly looking over their shoulder. 24/7.
So a basic chatbot might, point someone to a help page.
Right.
But an AI agent could actually process a whole batch of supplier invoices or manage complex customer support tickets from start to finish.
Or qualify sales leads properly in real time, or even migrate complex data between different systems. They do the heavy lifting, the tricky stuff.
Which brings us right back to that key question every smart executive asks.
Okay, sounds great, but what's the actual return?
Exactly. Because without seeing a clear ROI, AI can seem abstract, maybe even a bit scary cost-wise.
So we need to demystify that, and that's where this framework we're talking about comes in.
Okay, so how do we actually put a number on this? Where do we start?
Well, I think we can break it down into two main areas. First, you've got the direct cost savings, let's call them efficiency gains.
Right.
And second, there's the potential for generating new revenue, the opportunity gains.
Makes sense. Let's tackle the cost savings first. That often feels like the most immediate benefit for businesses.
Yeah, the efficiency gains. This is where we look at how AI can, give you back valuable hours and cut down massively on human error.
Think about all those repetitive, time-sucking tasks that your skilled people might be stuck doing right now.
Oh, definitely. I can imagine for lots of Aussie SMEs, just the headache of manual data entry or maybe juggling purchase orders.
Yeah.
It can really slow things down. Is that where an AI agent really shines?
Absolutely. Things like processing invoices, purchase orders, scheduling appointments, handling those routine customer support questions, or manually shifting data between software systems.
Right.
It's not just tedious, it eats up time your talented people could be spending on, well, more strategic work, things that actually grow the business.
And this is where the calculation gets quite powerful, isn't it? For any of those tasks, you can figure out the annual cost pretty simply.
How do you do that?
Just take the number of hours your team spends on that task each week, multiply it by the average employee's hourly cost, and then multiply by 52 for the year. That gives you the real annual cost of that one task.
Right, a concrete number.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. An AI agent can often take over a huge chunk of that. We're talking maybe 80%, even 95% of those hours reclaimed.
Wow, that's significant. Imagine freeing up your team that much. What could they achieve? Client strategy, product innovation.
Precisely. Reallocating that talent.
Right.
It's not just time, is it? There's the hidden cost of errors.
Human error. Happens to the best of us, but yeah, it costs money.
Totally. Incorrect data entry leading to shipping mistakes, or maybe missing a compliance check and getting fined.
Or even just simple accounting errors that take hours for the finance team to track down and fix, pulling them away from, actual financial analysis.
Exactly. So you can estimate the average monthly cost of those kinds of errors. Think about rework, lost stock, staff time fixing things.
And the AI agent's impact.
Well, because they follow rules perfectly every single time, you could realistically project maybe a 90–95% reduction in those error-related costs. Consistency is key.
That consistency is huge. And thinking longer term.
Well, long-term, you start seeing reduced overheads, too. Less need for recruitment, onboarding, training for purely admin roles because the AI is augmenting the team.
Right, sustainable savings.
Yeah, so really just imagine how much more your skilled people could achieve if all those tedious, error-prone tasks were just handled flawlessly, 24/7.
Okay, so we've covered saving money, the efficiency gains. Let's switch gears. How does AI help businesses actively make more money?
The opportunity gains. This is where it gets really exciting, I think, because AI can unlock revenue streams that businesses might not even realize they're missing out on.
That's a really crucial point. Often businesses focus first on the cost savings, but our data suggests the real game changer can be that unlocked revenue potential.
Untapped potential.
Exactly. And two big areas really stand out: boosting lead conversion rates and improving customer lifetime value, or LTV.
Okay, let's talk leads first. In today's market, speed is just everything, right? If someone inquires, you need to be on it fast.
Instantly, ideally. And that's where an AI agent comes in. It can provide 247 lead qualification and immediate personalized follow-up.
So no more leads from the website or social media going cold overnight or over the weekend?
Precisely. The agent can nurture them through those early stages, qualify them properly, make sure they're genuinely ready to talk before they even land on your sales team's desk.
That sounds incredibly efficient. How do you put a number on that potential?
Well, the calculation is pretty direct. You take the average value of a new client for your business.
Okay.
Multiply that by the number of leads you estimate you're currently missing or losing each month, maybe leads that aren't followed up fast enough.
Right.
And then multiply that by a projected capture rate you think the AI could achieve. Even if the AI helps you capture just a few extra clients each year, that can add up to a massive revenue boost. It turns that lost potential into actual profit.
That's powerful. And the other area, customer lifetime value.
Yeah, LTV. We all know that amazing, always available customer service builds serious loyalty.
True.
So AI-powered support can give your clients instant, accurate answers whenever they need them, day or night. That immediate help, that consistency, it really boosts customer satisfaction.
And less frustration means fewer customers leaving.
Right.
Reduces churn.
Significantly.
Yeah.
And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it's not just about keeping one customer happy. It creates this virtuous cycle.
How so?
Happier customers stick around longer, they spend more, they might even refer others. And that quicker lead follow-up we just talked about means a healthier sales pipeline overall.
So it all connects.
Directly impacts your bottom line. Even a small increase in your annual customer retention rate has this powerful compounding effect on your total revenue over time.
Okay, so we've identified cost savings, we've identified potential revenue growth. How do we pull all these different numbers together so a business owner can see the whole picture?
Right, because you need that consolidated view. This is where something like an AI agent ROI worksheet becomes really useful. We're talking about a practical spreadsheet, basically, that lets you plug in your numbers and see the combined financial projection.
Can you give us a sort of simplified example?
Sure. Let's imagine an Australian small business owner goes through this process. They figure out their current monthly costs from inefficiencies, plus the estimated lost revenue from missed opportunities comes to around, say, $1,800.
Okay, $8,500 a month currently being lost or spent inefficiently.
Right. Now, they work out that a custom AI agent designed for their specific issues could realistically generate monthly savings and new gains of about $5,950.
$5,950 per month saved or gained.
And annually, that translates to a financial impact of $71,400.
Wow, that's substantial.
It is, and it shows really clearly how that initial investment in developing the AI agent isn't just a cost. It becomes a powerful self-liquidating investment. Often it pays for itself much quicker than people think.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though, or maybe tricky.
Go on.
So you've done the maths. The ROI looks fantastic. The logical next step is getting a price for this AI agent. right?
Seems logical.
But this is exactly the point where, honestly, a lot of promising projects can just go completely off the rails, end up with budget blowouts or solutions that don't actually deliver what was hoped.
That's a critical, critical juncture. And look, for busy executives, the absolute last thing you want is another meeting that feels like a waste of your time, just a sales pitch. Which is why a proper discovery call, like the ones we do at C9, isn't about selling you something on the spot. It's more like the architectural blueprinting phase for your investment.
Right.
It is, and I'm not exaggerating here, the single most vital step you can take to de-risk a software project.
I like that analogy. It's like asking a builder for a fixed quote to build a house without giving them any blueprints or a land survey or telling them what materials you want.
Exactly. What kind of price could they possibly give you?
Any number they throw out is just pure fiction, isn't it?
Complete guesswork. And any builder doing that is either very inexperienced or they're planning to hit you with huge variation costs down the track.
And custom software, especially AI, is exactly the same. You can't price it accurately without that deep understanding first.
Absolutely. So during a proper discovery call, we go deep. We don't even start talking about technology initially. We start with your why.
The business goals.
Precisely. What are you actually trying to achieve? Higher profit, better customer satisfaction, building a competitive edge. Understanding those outcomes drives everything else.
Okay, so you understand the why, then what?
Then we meticulously map out the exact process the AI agent needs to handle. Every single step, any dependencies on other systems or people where the current pain points are, all of it.
Getting into the nitty-gritty.
Totally. And we identify all the integration points. How does this agent need to talk to your existing CRM, your ERP system, your databases? It has to be seamless, friction-free.
Otherwise, it just creates new problems.
Right. And crucially, we define success together right at the start. What are the clear, measurable KPIs? How will we all know this project is a success in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months?
So it's this detailed process that ensures you're building the right thing to solve the right problem.
Exactly. And it allows us to deliver a predictable outcome. And very importantly, a reliable, fixed price for that defined scope.
Okay, now let's address something we see a lot. Indicative pricing. You know those ballpark figures people sometimes get after just a quick chat?
Ah, yes, the dreaded ballpark. Tempting because it's fast, maybe.
Maybe, but you're saying it's risky.
Extremely risky. Because an indicative price is based purely on guesswork. A developer might say, oh, it'll probably take somewhere between, say, 120 and 200 hours.
Right, I've heard estimates like that.
But think about that gap, 80 hours. That's 2 full weeks of a developer's time. That huge financial uncertainty, that variance, is just pushed onto you, the client, to absorb. It's a massive, unquantified risk.
And it gets worse, doesn't it? Because just quoting an hourly rate for a developer, that ignores so many other essential parts of a successful project.
It really does. You're missing crucial things like dedicated project management to keep it all on track.
Essential.
Expert UI UX design, making sure the tool is actually easy and intuitive for your team to use.
Otherwise, no one uses it properly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rigorous quality assurance QA testing for bugs, making sure it's reliable. And then there are the infrastructure and deployment costs, getting it set up and running smoothly.
All often completely missed in those quick, indicative quotes, leading to some really nasty surprises down the line.
Let's just put numbers on that 120, 200-hour example again. If the rate is, say, $200 an hour,
Okay.
that estimate swings wildly between $24,000 and $40,000. That's a potential budget variance of $16,000 just based on guesswork.
Wow.
So this raises a really important question for any business leader. Can your business really afford to take on a project with that level of significant unquantified financial risk?
It really highlights the stark difference between a rough guess and a proper planned investment, doesn't it?
Absolutely. An indicative quote based on a guess. It can easily expose your business to a budget blowout of tens of thousands of dollars. It's a risk, frankly, no careful executive should take.
But there is a better way, a more strategic, predictable alternative.
There is. And that's where C9's approach really differs. We focus on discovery-based pricing and staged rollouts.
Okay, break that down. Discovery-based pricing first.
After we've gone through that thorough discovery process we talked about, understanding your needs inside out, then we provide a detailed fixed price proposal specifically for phase 1 of your project.
Phase 1, so you break it down.
Exactly. That's the staged rollout part. We strategically break larger, complex projects into smaller, manageable stages. Phase 1, phase 2, and so on.
Okay. And what are the benefits of doing it that way for, say, an Australian SME?
2 huge benefits, really. First, you do that reliable, fixed price for a clearly defined scope of work in phase one. No guesswork, no hidden costs blowing up later. Predictability.
Peace of mind.
Right. And second, this staged approach allows you to get a core, high-impact version of the AI solution up and running much faster.
So you start seeing the benefits sooner.
Exactly. You start generating that ROI early. And here's the really smart part. The cost savings or revenue gains you make from phase one can actually help fund the development of phase two and then phase three.
Creating a sort of self-funding cycle of innovation.
Precisely. Your initial investment starts paying for future enhancements. It's a much more sustainable and less risky way to innovate.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all mean for our listeners?
Well, I think it means that autonomous AI agents aren't some far-off futuristic dream anymore. They are practical, they are accessible, and they're absolutely capable of delivering significant, measurable ROI for Australian SMEs right now.
And it's an important, but actually realizing that potential isn't automatic. It requires, what, 3 key things?
I'd say so. First, you need that crystal clear understanding of your own business goals. What are you actually trying to achieve? Second, you need a practical framework, like we've discussed, to measure the value accurately. You need to track the ROI.
And
third, you absolutely need a strategic development partner, one who prioritizes that deep discovery, transparency, and collaboration, not just throwing meaningless ballpark figures around.
a partner invested in your success, not just the initial sale.
Exactly. And maybe just one final thought for people to chew on.
Go for it.
Beyond just the financial numbers, the dollars and cents, how might implementing these autonomous AI agents ultimately reshape the culture within an Australian SME?
Interesting. How so?
Could it shift the focus, moving away from constantly being reactive, putting out fires, towards being more proactive, focusing on innovation, on sustained growth?
That's a really powerful question for any business leader to consider, isn't it? The cultural shift. So if you're listening and you're ready to move beyond theoretical ROI and build a real-world business case for your organization,
Then the next step is clear. Book a complimentary, no-obligation discovery call with our AI specialist today.
let's map out your specific needs together.
Let's build that tangible ROI projection for a custom AI agent that genuinely works for you.
You can do that by visiting C9 Australia's leading custom software, apps, integration, and database developer company at www.c9.com.au to get started.
And please, if you found this valuable, click that follow button wherever you're listening.
Yeah, and share this deep dive. Share it with other business owners or executives who could benefit from understanding AI ROI better.
Thanks so much for joining us for the deep dive today.
We appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.